The map of the last race, 1400 metre start, and they'll start over on the far side again. We've got 15 running here, so the outside gates are probably a disadvantage, and 450 metres in the straight. Well, the Qantas handicap, as I mentioned, and Wally Mariani from Qantas, the Regional General Manager Victoria, is here, and well, you've had a great carnival association, the Wakeful Stakes, in this race here today.
Yes, we have, Peter. We're very pleased to be supporting a carnival that is world renowned now. It's Foster's Melbourne Cup is really one of the great sporting events of the world.
And you bring people indeed from all around Australia and in various parts of the world to see this week of racing.
Well, that's one of the reasons that we're in this carnival. This year has been particularly good. We have carried a record number of passengers from around Australia and indeed around the world.
And 75th birthday for Qantas coming up.
Oh, we're very proud about that. It's great when you think that an airline that began as a very small airline at Longreach in 1920 is now regarded as one of the leading airlines in the world, and it's Australian.
What about the punting stakes today, Wally? How's it been for you, all right?
Well, we've done very well in our marquee. We got off to a very good start with the second and third winner. And some of them have added further to that. This looks like a hard race, though.
It is a very hard race, but I'm sure all the people in the Qantas marquee have had a great day. Thanks for your time, and thanks to Qantas for their involvement.
Thank you very much, Peter, and thanks Channel 10.
Wally Mariani, the Regional General Manager for Victoria of Qantas. And they're the sponsor of the last race coming up at 4:50. Okay, a field of 15 to run, and there is number 10. Rainbow Reef, the one that Terry Kennedy mentioned, has had some good support in this final event, and they're going up to the gates now, or going around to the gates on the far side of the track. Repeating the crowd, 62,388, which is 24% up on last year, and it is a new record by around about 8,000. You've got to hand it to the Melbourne people. They turn out to watch sporting events in their numbers, and today being a working day, to get 62,000 people at the races, a few sickies today, I reckon. Love of Mary going out with around and over, Poetique leading them out, and you can see this sea of people. It is clouding over a little bit. Hopefully we won't see a rainbow, so I hope Rainbow Reef is not a topical tip in the last race, but the wind has been up all day. And I just saw Ron King and mentioned about the state of the track, and he said they were absolutely delighted how it came up, and so they should be, because it really has been a wonderful day of racing on a great surface. There's Sub-Zero taking out Greg Hall's Mount Narwhada there in the last race. Wasn't that something to see? Sub-Zero, when he bowed to us earlier. I hope you were with us then. The Melbourne Cup winner of 3 years ago. And Ron Hutchinson, we spoke to him before, and talking about some of the great performances from the jockeys, and 3 great races, as Tim has mentioned. Nothing like a Dane and Shane Dye's win in the Derby on Saturday was outstanding. Then we had the great win of Doremus and Damien Oliver in the Melbourne Cup on Tuesday, and a brilliant ride by Darren Beedman aboard Salius in the Crown Oaks today. And of course, if you are just joining us, maybe you're just getting home from work and joining us for the final event, which is going to run quite late. They are running very late. I don't know what the hold-up was, but Damien Oliver has been quite severely injured today. He had a fall in an earlier race. It was, in fact, in the 4th race on the program. Chirikawa came out of the stalls, knuckled, dumped Damien. Looked as though it might have stood on him too, and Damien's finished up with a fractured collarbone. He has been released from hospital, and Damien, if you are watching, mate, we do wish you the best. And Lee Friedman down at Gary just told me a story. He said Damien was laying there in great pain. He was inquiring as to whether they'd picked up a rider for Pontal Lass in the Oaks. Said to wish Clary the best, and then he said to Lee, and you know I won't be riding on Saturday either. Lee said, we thought you mightn't be.
No, it's funny about that. Yeah, well, I've been there and done that a few times, Peter, but no, it's really bad luck. And, you know, he's such a great rider, but, you know, as I said before, you come out of the stalls and, you know, it's a great game. It changes. You can be on top of the world 1 minute, and as we see, poor old Damien got pelted into that turf, and, well, you know, a collarbone is bad enough, but, you know, it could be a neck or anything. We've got those 2 boys up in Brisbane, Billy Goodwin, I forget the other boy's name, but they were badly badly hurt, and one's a paraplegic, one's a quadriplegic. And, you just never know.
I thought Tim made a good point before, Gary, when he was talking about the riders. And, you know, at this time of the year, we see that they're earning big money, but it's a 365-day job for them. They battle through. Sometimes they have to work long hours, you know, getting up early in the morning. I reckon every cent that these boys get paid, boys and girls get paid, they deserve.
Oh, definitely. Like, yeah, someone asked me that the other day, and I said, well, how do you weigh it up? How do you put a price on it? Like, you know, it's like all sport. Your top ones earn the big money, but by gee, they deserve it, and all the pressure's on them. And when a fall happens like this, I remember one year there I had a fall at Packham and I missed the winning ride in the Blue Diamond on Ari and Manikato in the Futurity Stakes, but that's just the breaks. It's hard to put a price on it. But, you know, the good thing is they'll both be back, and Darren Gauci.
Well, one rider who has earned his money over the first 3 days is joining us now, Johnny Letts. Where are you, Lettsy?
1800. I'm just trotting alongside Poetique, actually. And actually it looks very well. But looking at him, Peter, just going around the yard and coming around here, the horses, gee, I like the look of Poetique, I like the look of Marine Magic for a roughie. Looked very, very well, the mare of Gerald Ryan's. And Love of Mary, I won't lose anything with Simon Marshall taking the ride from Damien Oliver.
Take the last two, and they are set for the last event on Oaks Day. Record crowd, over 62,000 people. On Crown Oaks Day at Flemington, ready for the last event. Very open affair. Poetique runs the favourite. 1,400 metres is the distance. Platform, and they're off and racing in a perfect line for the last event today. Nawada will be one of the first ones to appear, and she is looking for the lead. Also prominent in the early part of the race was Jacidity, and out wider was Poetique, with also Life is a Cabaret. Around and over's just off the speed in about 7th position. Getting back a little bit now, High Creek, followed by Zephyr Dream. Back to the inside, Spruce Goose. Rivertain is about 8. Back to about midfield was Marine Magic. Rainbow Reef behind it from Abondanza, and Clary's Turn last of all. 850 to go. Nawada about a half a length in front. Second, Poetique. Live as a Cabaret third. Love of Mary was able to get up on the inside now to 4th and chasing the lights out 4 wide. Then came Rivertain. Jacidity back to the inside of Zephyr Dream, and High Creek 3 wide as they commenced to run in around the turn. Clary's Turn was wide, and they were followed by Marine Magic. Rainbow Reef is back to second last with Abondanza, and Clary's Turn hooked out wide as they entered the straight. 450 metres to go. Poetique and Nawada together, joining in, chasing the light. Life is a Cabaret under pressure. Love of Mary waiting for a run, and then came High Creek starting to join in out wide. Down to the 300, chasing the light, the leader. High Creek is out after it. Love of Mary jog trotting, can't get a run. The leader is chasing the light. High Creek trying to run it down from Zephyr Dream. Rainbow Reef from a long way back, but chasing the light in front. It's been wide all the way. High Creek's making a dive, chasing the light, hanging on though, and won. Chasing the light won the last from High Creek, and Clary's Turn third. Then Zephyr Dream, Rainbow Reef, Love of Mary, a bit unlucky. Rivertain, Marine Magic around and over. Then Spruce Goose, Poetique, Nawada, Jacidity, Abondanza, and Life is a Cabaret back at the tail.
Yeah, very good winners. A couple of unlucky runs there.
8, 9 and 11, and they're the approximates on the screen, Tim, for the last on Oaks Day.
All right, now we're very short for time here. Let me quickly just ask Jenny Chapman. The run of Salius in the Oaks was absolutely brilliant.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It was just a fantastic performer. She's a terrific filly. We're going to see a lot more of her.
Didn't we see 3 great wins in the feature races? In the Derby, so Nothing Like a Dane, great win. Doremus, a great win. And today too. Really
absolutely.
Emphatic victories.
Yes, but the downside of today, of course, was Damien Oliver's fall. So.
Absolutely. We feel for him. Dividends in the news. We're right out of time. We'll see you on Saturday for Nissan Stakes Day, Family Day. Goodbye from Flemington.